And we apologize for the technical glitch at the beginning with all of our audio. Josh Rojas lifts this one into left center field, folks. The wind is so bad, there was no chance that ball was going to carry, as it's taken easily for the first out of the inning by Young out in left field. But we welcome you into UCCU Ballpark. Dusty Litster with you. Going to be with you through the 5A and 6A championship series. Game 1 of the 6A series will be the best of 3 to crown our state champion. The American Fork Cavemen back once again. They were here last year, fell to Riverton, who took home their first ever state championship in baseball in school history. Skyridge is looking for their first ever state championship in school history in baseball. It's been quite the athletic year for the Falcons as Watts squares to bunt, not handled at the plate, and advances the runners to second and third. So a little unravelly, to steal a word from Turtle on Entourage, as Rojas was retired for the first out of the inning. And Watts looks at ball 1. Hits this one well into left field. That ball's going back, and it's off the wall. And it's going to be a 2-run double for Dax Watts. And the Cavemen take a 2-0 lead. Hey, got the audio fixed just in time. Folks, for that ball to get to the wall. Now, first of all, down left field isn't that deep, but I mean, we got a strong wind coming back into the infield. It's into the face of the hitters. Blowing right now, just kind of angled from right to left. So he got every piece of that one to give American Fork a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning. So still running scoring position as Cooper Jones comes to the plate. And Cooper swings through that one, strike 1. Starting pitcher for Skyridge is Tyler Ball. As didn't realize we had an audio issues. You got to go through everything. So I'll reset that as we come back in the second or bottom of the first and top of the second inning. So Ball gets that one past him, strike 2. We will not be seeing probably the best player for Skyridge. Don't know if he's going to be coming on in any type of substitution role if needed. But Pickle is not playing. Came up, got injured last night on diving into a bag, and they announced him with the reserves. He's not in the lineup. So a ball ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. As Jones fouls that one to the screen. We'll keep it right here at 1 and 2. Mascaro walked and scored. Robinson walked and scored. Ross flew out to left. Watts off the wall and left. And that brings us to Jones. And the 1-2 hit well into center field. That's going to fall in. There'll be a play at the plate as that throw is up the line. And it's an RBI single for Cooper Jones. And it is 3-0 American Fork. The season series was swept by Skyridge. They took game 1 5-2, took game 2 5-4 in 8 innings, and took game 3 8-6. So even though it was a sweep, it wasn't a dominant 3-game set. As Jet Walker, the starting pitcher, looks at strike 1. The baseball's a game. When you hit rhythm, your bats get going and everything else. We're seeing that right now from American Fork. And game to game is a different animal. Chop to the right side, knocked down, step on first by Stafford for the second out of the inning. The runner advances to second base. So it'll be a runner on second and 2 outs. And that brings up Crew Ingersoll, the left fielder. That one down the line, not a play. Coming in today, Crew only appeared in 3 games, only 2 at-bats. At least according to what was reported to Max Preps. As the ball bounced, 1 ball and 1 strike. Crew, the 7-hole hitter. Gavin Schoonover on deck. And Gavin Pace is the 9-hole hitter. And back to the top of the order we would go. But with 2 outs looking to extend the inning, that pitch inside, it goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Glad to know you can hear the horn honking. There's BYU days, we got out a little bit earlier than the 6A. I would honk at Vince Francis as I got on the freeway. Didn't know if you'd actually hear it. As Ingersoll swings through that, strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Crew Ingersoll. Runner on second base and 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. A productive inning for the Cavemen, looking to extend it, and it would be an RBI if he gets the ball to the outfield. The 2-2, line to second base, and Evans is there for the 3rd out of the inning. 3 runs in the top of the first for American Fork. We go to the bottom of the first. Skyridge coming to the plate. You're watching the 6A Championship Series on KSLSports.com.
Okay. Okay. Yun ang malawagan siya active sa kapatid siya na bialawa kung minodala.
And leading things off for Skyridge is the left fielder, Dalton Young. He'll be followed by Cruz Shank and Isaac Johansson. Pitching today for American Fork is Jet Walker. Josh Rojas on the dish. This ball chopped to the third base side. Handled cleanly and on the way to first in time. Gavin Schoonover with the putout, and it's a 5-3 out for the first out of the inning. So bring up Cruz Shank. As that pitch is in there for called strike 1. This is why whenever we get into broadcasts and we have, we've had the Skank family up north. Maybe his name is Skank, but we get told to us it's Shank. And we have other ones that will tell us other names. That's why pronunciations are so hit or miss. As Shank fouls that one off. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So remember, it's best of 3 in the championship series. Jet Walker, record on the year, 3-2 in 9 appearances. This ball chopped back to Walker. That's a high hop. That's a tough play at first. Not in time. That's the thing about the turf field, man. That's a slap shot back to the pitcher. Had to hang and wait and got good speed there from Shank. And he's aboard with the infield single. And that brings up Isaac Johansson. As Johansson looks at ball 1. Johansson batting .337 on the year. 7 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. Has driven in 13 runs. Pay attention to Shank over at first. As that ball hit well into right field, it's going to get down. It will hold the runner at second base. So, just like Skyridge, 2 runners on, or probably just like American Fork, 2 runners on for Skyridge. So, runners on first and second with 1 out. And that is going to bring up Tyler Ball, the starting pitcher. No. Ike Pickle not going to be playing, at least not initially today, for Skyridge. Got hurt at the end of the game last night. Kid's batting over 500 on the season. It's about getting to the championship series and not being able to have your best guy. It's got to be, I just feel for the kid. As this ball lifted into shallow right field, this wind can make this difficult. Drifting toward home plate and making the catch is Watts for the second out of the inning. I don't know if Vince Francis can take a second to show you what this wind is doing. I mean, it is something else out to deal with. And that ball's hit that high in the air. You get a chance to see the flag coming in. A little bit of everything happening. So you get a ball lifted in the air. It is not coming down where it went up. That is for sure. So Ty Evans now comes to the plate. The second baseman. And that is ball 1. So Jet Walker has a chance to get out of the inning right here. And for Skyridge, they can extend the inning with the base hit, would score a run, playing them shallow across the outfield. The 1-0 from Walker lifted out of play. And the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Probably go short way up the middle. Third base, take it where it leads you. And sometimes that shortstop coming left side, back door to third base. As that pitch is out of the zone for ball 2. Good count for Ty Evans. He's got 20 runs driven in on the season. And that is off the plate. Nice frame opportunity there. Effort from Josh Rojas. Put Josh up there with some of the best framers in all the state of Utah. Almost as good as Chad Wallach with the Angels. That dude is so good at framing pitches. And now the 3-1. That is in there for a called strike 2. Full count. Evans has 6 doubles and a home run on the season. Now it's about shorten it up, put it in play. As if he can punch home a run. The 3-2, runners go, and he spoils it. So we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners go, and again, able to get to the outer half and fight that one off. It'll remain a full count. And once again, the 3-2, runners go. This one lifted to right field. It's drifting foul and will go into the bullpen. So get your wind sprints in. And we'll go one more time. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage this week. We love bringing it to you. And congratulations to all the seniors watching. graduating and the next big step in life. And again, the payoff pitch, and that is up in the zone. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And that's going to bring up Gavin Bauer. Even through this wind, we saw a ball in the first inning go off the wall. Dax Watts. Let's see if Bauer again can get the ball to the outfield. Runners will be able to run on contact with 2 outs. That misses up and in. A .384 hitter on the season is Bauer. And that's a wild pitch. And that Rojas will try to make the play, won't be able to do it. And that will bring in the first run for Skyridge. And it puts a tying run at second base. So 2 runners in scoring position still. And a chance to tie the game with a single from Bauer. So 2 balls and no strikes. We got our scoreboard updated. That ball's up and in. 3 balls and no strikes. As Watts, or pardon me, as Walker rather, had 2 outs, runners on first and second. And that is in there for a called strike 1. See if we can come all the way back. And the 3-1 is up in the zone. Ball 4. Bases are loaded once again. So for Coach Ryan Roberts, longtime assistant coach at BYU, to make him feel really old, he was actually an instructor at a baseball camp I went to back in 2000 down in Mesquite. As we'll have a conversation at the mound and give us a chance to go through the lineups one more time for you after we had the audio issues to start the stream, the broadcast. The defensive alignment for American Fork. At first base is Dax Watts. At second base is Gavin Pace. Third base, Gavin Schoonover. And at short is Cooper Jones. In the outfield is Crew Ingersoll. In left, CJ Mascaro in center field. And in right field is Murdoch. And again on the hill is Jet Walker. And on the dish, as always, Joshua Rojas. Brings up Camden Stafford looking at strike 1. Stafford has 4 runs driven in. Got some guys that are going to play that haven't been used a whole lot this year. And big chances and big moments here. As that one misses up and away, even as it counted a ball and a strike. Stafford does have a double and a triple on the season. And the 1-1 from Walker. Roped foul down the third base line. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes now to the first baseman for the Skyridge Falcons. One ball and 2 strikes and 2 outs. And he swings through it, strike 3. And we're through 1 complete And it's American Fork leading Skyridge 3-1. You're watching the 2023 6A State Championship Baseball Series on KSLSports.com. Let's go through the defensive alignment for Skyridge. At first base is Camden Stafford. At second base is Ty Evans. Chase Youngberg at third. And Isaac Johansson at short. In the outfield, Dalton Young in left. Cruikshank in center. And it is Gavin Bauer in right field. And the battery for today's game is Tyler Ball on the hill and Max Johansson on the dish. And it is Gavin Schoonover leading off the inning. 8-9-1 due up for Coach Ingersoll and the American Fork Cavemen. And that is in there for a called strike one. And the 0-1 from Ball fouled off down the first baseline. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. It would only be fitting that this week was messed with by weather, with the rain and lightning throughout the week, as the 0-2 comes in from Ball, wide of the plate, and 1 to burn. But been able to push through it, and then able to come into today. It was nice and calm till, honestly, to about first pitch. And we got a little storm system around us. Hopefully it's not anything that's become serious and mess with this game getting going. This ball dribbled to the right side. Coming over and making the play is Ty Evans for the first out of the inning. As coming to the plate now is Davin Pace. That ball lifted out of play. And that one inside for a ball. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that chopped foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Again, this is game 1. Game 2 will be tomorrow. And game 3 if needed. 5A Championship Series Game 1 coming up next. It's scheduled for 7 o'clock. As that pitch misses wide the plate, count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the 9-hole hitter, Davin Pace, the second baseman. And now the 2-2. Chop to the left side. The ball will be taken by Youngberg on his way to first and got there in time for the second out of the inning. And that will take us to the top of the order. And I'll bring up the center fielder, C.J. Mascaro. As that one misses, ball 1. Mascaro walked and scored last inning. And he looks at ball 2. Mascaro, a sophomore. I feel like we've said that a lot at the 5A tournament. We said it a ton. As he swings through that one. Probably tips it in the glove. 2 balls and a strike. .366 hitter on the season. 7 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 home runs. As that one misses wide, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. And now the 3-1. In there, and I thought maybe Mr. Umpire was looking to call it. A misread by me. Is that will be a 2-out walk. And that brings up Ryder Robinson. Runner goes. Robertson puts that in the screen. On the season, Robinson batting .457 for the year. 13 doubles, 3 triples, and 7 home runs. He's driven in 21 runs on the year. If you're hitting 7 homers and 21 runs, so some either leading off an inning home run or something. That doesn't happen a whole lot, especially when you got 13 doubles as well. So now the 0-1. Hit hard at first base, handled cleanly for the 3rd out of the inning. And just out of habit, Stafford fired that ball to second, but didn't need to. The Cavemen go down in order. It'll be Skyridge coming to the plate when we come back. You're watching the 6A Championship Series, Game 1. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Designated hitter Mason Thompson leading things off for Skyridge and Coach Roberts as he looks at strike 1. And cameraman and producer extraordinaire Vince Francis pointed out that a team cannot go down in order if there's a runner on first. We're a little disjointed to get started. I'll get my mind right. We'll be ready to go. As this ball lifted directly back toward us, and it will land right on top of the press box here. So now the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Thompson, designated hitter, 8-9-1 due up for Skyridge. So Thompson, Youngberg, in the top of the order we go. It'll be Dalton Young in the hole. This ball hit right back up the middle, and that will be a leadoff single. So man aboard for the Falcons. Been quite the athletic year for Skyridge. It's just off the top of my head, but in the fall, you obviously had the first ever state championship in football in school history. In winter, you had the girls' swim team take a state championship home. You had the girls' basketball team reach the state championship game. And now in the spring, the boys' soccer team got to the state title game, and now baseball. Chopped to the third base side, taken out, thrown back to second in time. Not going to have near enough time to get that ball to first. But got the lead runner as Thompson retired on the 5-4 putout. Went out initially from Schoonover. I was like, what is he thinking? But he got there in time. And Youngberg reaches on the fielder's choice. And now to the top of where we go, Dalton Young. As Dalton looks at ball 1. Good crowd on hand. We've had good crowds at BYU this week. And we always have great crowds on the Friday night of the state championship series, especially when it's 2 Utah County teams. We've had American Fork and PG pack this place. That ball's inside. Last year, really well attended, American Fork and Riverton. That was a 3-game series. Riverton took both games on Saturday, if I remember it correctly. And now the 2-0 is in there for a called strike 1. The Lehigh will be back in the championship game, taking on Timpanogos. Lehigh looking to defend the crown. Runner goes. Rojas snap it down to second. Got the ball there in time and the tag in time as well. Thought maybe Youngberg got his hand in there. Umpire right there said did not. So 2 outs. The pitch missed the zone. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. The 2-6 put out for out number 2. And the 3-1 from Walker misses, ball 4. Brings up Krushenk. And Crew chops this one to the third base side. Schoonover with it, over in time. Skyridge got a couple on, but good defense from American Fork. We head to the top of the third inning, and it's American Fork leading Skyridge 3-1. You're watching Game 1 of the 6A Championship Series on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.
Okay. Okay. Yun ang malawagan siya after sa kapatid sito na bialawa kung minodala.
Top of the third inning. Welcome back in. Dusty Litster with you. Is Josh Rojas going to lead off the inning as that pitch misses down and in. Rojas flew out to left, probably flew out to the left fielder. It was left center field in his first at bat. As that pitch misses wide, 2 balls and no strikes. Rojas had an outstanding championship last year. And now the 2-0 holds on. No, he does not. Called strike 1. The high school rule on the check swing is intent. It's not about wrist breaking or anything else. It's all about intent. And now the 2-1 is in there for a called strike 2. Rojas asking if that's the furthest out he'll go. Of course, catchers and home plate umpires will have great relationships. And now the 2-2 from Ball. Chopped at the plate. And we will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lehigh and Timpanogos will come up next. It's going to be a lot of fun. Those 2 teams were running through the 5A tournament. And then Thursday, or probably Wednesday night, just got really crazy. Lehigh was up 4-3 against Viewmont. Viewmont put up 6 runs in the top of the 7th inning as Rojas slips this one into right field. And Bauer is there to retire him for the first out of the inning. But Viewmont plated 6 runs. It was Shiona Fayamani that hit the 3-run double to right field. Initially gave the lead to Viewmont. And the Vikings took care of that one, earned a game on yesterday. And Lehigh came back, took care of that. It was a 7-run 5th inning that pushed them over the top as Dax Watts ropes that one foul down the line. And for Timpanogos, they were just everyone at that 5A tournament. Man, Timpanogos looks good. And then they go up against Salem Hills on Wednesday night, and Salem Hills a 4-run first. They got some crazy stuff happen in that ball game. They were able to hang on to that one. Salem Hills beat them on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, yesterday, it was Billy Bird won a complete game, 3-hit shutout. He threw 86 pitches, put him just over enough to potentially come back. Can't remember how things were, 2 days rest. But Bird just worked a magical game yesterday, shutting down Salem Hills as Watts hits this one into right center field. Then that is going to get all the way to the warning track, and Watts is going to hold up at second base. And a stand-up double. He is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. And he also drove in 2 in his last at-bat. So Watts swinging a big stick for AF. So that'll bring up Cooper Jones, shortstop. So runner on second base and one out. Got a freeze on the line drive if you're Watts, as that ball was bounced. But hope you're enjoying the day, and if you're stuck in traffic on your way here, we hope you get here safely. And able to come enjoy the ballpark. But if you're traveling and enjoying Memorial Day weekend, we wish you nothing but safe travels and a fun weekend, and remembering those who give us the freedoms that we enjoy, and also loved ones that have moved on as well. As Jones swings through that for strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on second base. And the 1-1 chopped at the plate and foul. Bringing back a ball at 2 strikes. Cooper Jones had an RBI single in his last at bat. Watts doubled off the wall. Jones followed it up with a single back up the middle that scored Watts. And now the 1-2. Chop to the right side to be able to handle it over to first. Nice job. Ball not getting caught, watching the paint dry. Gets over there to cover first base for the second out of the inning as the runner advances to third. And I'll bring up Jet Walker, the starting pitcher. Hit a hard ground ball to first in his first at bat. Stafford handled cleanly. But now a chance to add a run to help himself out on the hill. And that ball lifted on the infield. Stafford comes over and will make the third out of the inning. So Watts with a double, but gets stranded. We go to the bottom of the third inning, and it is 3-1, American Fork leading Skyridge. You're watching Game 1 of the 6A Championship Series. So start of the inning, and it's Isaac Johansson leading off the inning. As Johansson lifts this one into left field, heading toward the bullpen, and it'll be out of play. Johansson singled to the right side in his plate appearance in the first inning. The 0-1 up and in. So moves the count to a ball and a strike. And now the 1-1. And that's fouled off down the third base line. That ball's going to get out of play. So the count will move to a ball and 2 strikes. But again, hope you've enjoyed the grand finale of the year, all the spring state championships. Congratulations to all of our new champions as that ball hit well to the left side. Going to get through. Nice diving attempt by Cooper Jones, but he couldn't get a glove on it. And that is going to be a leadoff single for Isaac Johansson. Or probably not. Yeah, it is leadoff single for Johansson. Get our scoreboard right. As that ball chopped down the third baseline, but foul. And this is Tyler Ball at the plate, the starting pitcher tonight for the Falcons. And that one off the plate, a ball and a strike. One ball and one strike to ball. And the 1-1 lifted in the left center field. That ball's going to come back toward the infield a little bit as that is taken out in center by Mascaro for the first out of the inning. Again, the wind blowing hard enough but it's still carrying much better than I thought it would. Granted, down the left field line and going towards center, it is shorter than we've been all week long at Larry Miller Field. As that brings up Ty Evans. And the breaking ball in there for a called strike one. We'll snap over to first, keep the runner close in Isaac Johansson. But if you're just joining us, we're not going to be seeing Ike Pickle, at least not tonight. He was announced with the reserves after he hurt his leg last night toward the end of the game. And that 0-1 misses up. So a ball and a strike to Evans. Evans walked back in the first inning. And on the year, batting .345 with 6 doubles, a home run, drove in 20 runs. As he goes on that one, ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 goes to the right side, hit behind the runner. Johansson going to round second, heading for third. Here's the throw at third. It is well in time. You can run on a BB gun, but don't you dare run on a rifle. Murdoch guns down Johansson at third. Schoonover could have had a snack in time to make that tag. So a runner on first base and 2 outs as Gavin Bauer comes to the plate. And that one misses the zone. Bauer walked as well back in the first inning. This chopped at the plate. Rojas can't get it cleanly. So extending the inning is Bauer with his swinging bunt. I don't know if they're going to give that as an error to Rojas or not. I haven't seen it flash as error yet. So I think they gave him a hit. So we'll infield single for Gavin Bauer. That brings up Camden Stafford, the first baseman. He's had a number of putouts at first base already in the first 3 at-bats for American Fork. Stafford's 0 for 1, went down on strikes back in the first inning. Could drive in and run with a base hit here. As that one, it misses the zone. Ball and no strikes. NFHS rules are not the same as Major Leagues. You'll see second base out on the outfield grass. That would be illegal this year in Major League Baseball. As Stafford sees the 0-1, leaves it inside. 2 balls and no strikes. And now the 2-0 pitch. Crossed up the catcher, but finds his own. Called out, was meant to be outside, crosses the plate. And now the 2-1. That is in there, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on for Stafford. And the 2-2 swung on, strike 3. Got some traffic, but able to handle it. We go to the top of the 4th inning. And American Fork coming to the plate. So top of the 4th inning. And AF looking to build on their 3-1 lead. At the plate is Crew Ingersoll. Crew lined out to second in his first at bat. Looks a strike, or swung through strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch, strike 2. Crew, a sophomore. Gonna guess he's Jared Ingersoll's son. Brother Fisher down in Fort Worth. Called strike 3. Little good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Crew for the first out of the inning. The Crew, one of Fisher, one of the best players to go through the state of Utah. Yeah, he and Dylan Taylor down there in Fort Worth with the Frogs. Dylan's been a bona fide stud for TCU since his freshman year. Young man out of Copper Hills High School. And the 0-1, big swing and a miss from Schoonover. Evens a count of the ball and a strike. And now the 1-1. Bounce short. Up it over in time, and Schoonover is going to be safe. Couldn't handle it on the bounce. So a runner aboard with 1 out. And that is an error. I think they're going to give that one to Stafford. We always make a joke, or we always say, and it's a thing like what's been said for years, right, decades even, that football is the last bastion of manhood. I tend to think baseball can be there too. Your stats are hurt if you don't earn something, right? If you get on base on an error, you do not get credited with a hit. In fact, it counts against you. So you're 0 for 1 or 0 for 2, or you go to 1 and 2 instead of 2 and 2 for each on a fielder's choice. Well, you didn't earn it. The fielder chose to go somewhere else with the baseball. And to me, that is one of the great character-building things about baseball. You fail more than you succeed already at the plate, more times than not, unless you're Ike Pickle, who's batting over 500 on the year. You fail way more than you succeed. And on top of it, you're not given something just because you got there. Love it. And it stays that way. And always will. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. To the 9-hole hitter, Gavin Pace. Pace chops this one to the first base side. Stafford not going to have a play at second. Goes and takes care of Pace at first as Schoonover advances to second on the contact. This will be a runner on second base with 2 out. As we go to the top of the order, and CJ Mascaro will come to the plate. And that's ball 1. And the 1-0 swung on, strike one. Snapped down to second, got Schoonover. Whew. Gonna make sure he had time to get his lid back. As Johansson tried to backdoor him at second base. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And 2 outs with the runner on second base for Mascaro. Looks at ball 2. And now the 2-1. Mascaro's walked both times up. And has a run scored on the afternoon. Is ball going to reset. Mascaro batting .366 on the year. Driven in 23 runs. He's hit 3 home runs, 3 triples, and 7 doubles. And he is a sophomore. That pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 3-1. Ball has put some guys on base. It's come back to hurt him, but it hasn't. But that was only in the first inning. 2 of the 3 runs have been scored by base runners who were aboard on a walk. And now the 3-1 to Mascaro. Foul back, and it is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2, called strike 3. Locates the fastball and gets out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's American Fork leading 3-1. Skyridge coming to the plate. You're watching Game 1 of the 6A Championship Baseball Series on KSLSports.com.
Okay. Okay. Yung ako din yung akit sa pagkakasito na alawa kung ginodala.
Bottom of the 4th inning. And leading off the inning for Skyridge is Mason Thompson, the designated hitter. Thompson singled last inning. And he ropes this one to the third base side. It gets through. Schoonover nearly stabbed that line drive. But that is a leadoff single for the designated hitter, Mason Thompson. So 8-9-1 is due up for Skyridge, and the 8-hitter aboard. Brings up the third baseman, Chase Youngberg. Is in there for a called strike 1. Youngberg reached on a fielder's choice last inning. Ground ball to Schoonover. Schoonover went to second base and got Thompson for the out. And then was caught stealing. Lifts this one in the right center field. Mascaro Murdoch going over, and it's Murdoch making the catch. Always interesting the dimensions here at UCCU ballpark, because so shallow down the lines, and just the angles and stuff where you got to play leads to different place, different things, and Mascaro able to come over and make that catch, or probably Murdoch rather able to come over and make the catch, with Mascaro kind of beating down on him. As we're back to the top of the order. And Dalton Young. Dalton looks to strike one. Dalton grounded to third in the back of the first inning. Reached on a walk last inning. Or probably his last at bat in the second inning. The 0-1. Make it 0-2. Young batting .418 on the season. Through 28 games reported. Nine doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, and has driven in 20 runs. The 3-1. This ball hit well into left center field. Long run for Mascaro, but he's able to make it. Mascaro covers a lot of ground to pull in that ball, and it's 2 outs. And that'll bring up Krushenk, the center fielder. And that pitch misses, ball 1. And the 1-0 in there for a called strike. One ball and 1 strike. Crew reached on an infield single in the first and scored. Grounded out to third, or grounded out to first in his other plate appearance. That's in there for called strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. And that one misses up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good at bat here from Krushenk. And the 2-2. Chop to the first base side, and that is going to be played. Throw to first in time. Talking about covering ground. Davin Pace. That was a slowly hit ball to the right side. Thought for sure was going to get through, and Pace able to make the play. We go to the top of the 5th inning. American Fork leading 3-1. You're watching Game 1 of the 6A Championship Baseball Series on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships. Top of the 5th inning. Ryder Robinson going to lead things off for American Fork, the designated hitter. And starts us off with a single. Top of the 5th inning, and the leadoff man is aboard. And I'll bring up Joshua Rojas. Rojas batting .398 on the year. As Robinson's away from first. Ball's going to pay a little bit of attention to him. Making sure he knows that he's there. And that one misses for a ball 1. On the day, Rojas flew out to the left fielder and then flew out to the right fielder his last time up. Again, snap over to first, try to keep the runner close. See if Coach Ingersoll puts the runner in motion. With a hit and run. And now the 1-0. Line drive through the infield. Going to move the runner from first to third. And Rojas will retreat to first. Thought he was going to try to take second on the throw. But it's runners on the corners and no outs for the Cavemen. And that's going to bring up Dax Watts. And all Watts has done today is take the ball off the wall and left in his first at bat, and then go to right center field for another double in his last at bat. Complete one for sure, potentially two as the courtesy runner comes on. But the runner's got to freeze on a line drive, got to see the ball down with no outs. Ball going to try to work down, get the ground ball as he misses wide of the plate for ball one. Ball's up to 76 pitches on the day. And again, checking on the runner at first. And the 0-1. Off the shaft to center field. Runner going to tag, going to try to backdoor to first base, and the runner will come in. And the throw got away, and it's going to move the runner up to second. It's 4-1 American Fork. And on the errant throw from Shank, moves the runner to second base. So be one out and a runner on second. And Watts has his third RBI of the day. And that's the second error on Skyridge. And that brings up Cooper Jones, and Jones goes through the right side. Runner going to come around third. The throw at the plate will not be in time. An RBI single for Cooper Jones, his second RBI of the ball game. And it is 5-1 Cavemen. And that brings up Jet Walker as Coach Roberts is granted time. And as he goes out to chat with his pitcher, gives us a chance to remind you, if you need some help or a consultation, any lawn needs you have, or you need to get, you're finally get your living will and trust set up to make sure your family's taken care of in unfortunate circumstances, go to our friends at Heidemann Associates at utah.law. Find a law office nearest you and let Justin Heidemann take care of you. He gives a flat fee law firm. His will and trust is a flat rate. Not going to charge you by the hour. You can say, hey, this is what's going to cost. And he'll work for however long it takes to make sure that's taken care of. And as I've shared so many times, I know Justin Heidemann essentially my whole life. We both grew up in Wellington, Utah. And Justin's someone I trust 100% with anything. You can go to the website utah.law or give him a call at 801-472-7742 and set up your free consultation today at Heidemann Associates. We also want to thank Modern Missionary for being a sponsor of KSL Sports Rewind's coverage at our state tournaments. If it's mission call open season, if you got a missionary, you got to get outfitted. You want to be able to try something on and let them use it first. If they like it, they're going to be wearing these clothes for 2 years. Go to Modern Missionary. You register your missionary at modernmissionary.com. Get a free shirt and tie. That way you can try it before you buy it. So conference is over, and Jet Walker fouls off that bunt attempt. Walker today grounded out and flew out to first base. And now the 0-1 shows bunt, pulled it back, and the count evened at a ball and a strike. So this game could not go any better at the moment here for Coach Ingersoll. Again, I mentioned that Ike Pickle was announced with the reserves today after a leg injury last night. So we're not expected to see the star for Skyridge. I don't know if we'll see him tomorrow. One ball, one strike, one out, and a runner on first base. And that's in there for called strike 2. Mentioned before, Jet Walker, the junior, got 20 RBIs on the year and 8 doubles. And the 1-2 is wide of the plate, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now the 2-2 from Ball. Chopped to the third base side. Oh, it goes under the glove of Youngbird and goes into the outfield. So put runners on first and second with 1 out. And they're going to award a hit on that. And it'll be Crew Ingersoll coming to the plate. They're awarding hit, not error. I mean, check this. American Fork has 5 runs on 7 hits. Skyridge has 1 run on 7 hits. There's that ball knocked down by Johansson. Not going to have a play at third. As we'll advance Cooper Jones to third base. So runners on the corners. Double play ball still in order for Ball. So you'd be reminding from the dugout, hey, double play ball still in order. Work me down, get a ground ball. But another insurance run just 90 feet away. As yes, he did at the plate. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. Oh, they got him on first base. Jet Walker's courtesy runner kind of fell asleep, but it's an early steal as a run comes in, and Walker is retired. Kind of fell asleep at the wheel dead, Walker, but the run scores, and it's 6-1. Man, that does not happen very often on a right-handed pitcher to catch a runner at first base, kind of just stuck like a deer in the headlights. He did it all. Oh, okay. Vince Francis says they do it all the time. My bad. I haven't been here all week. I also have never seen the first-third situation just stand there, not give an early movement or anything. "6-1 is their score. Scoot over, or probably still Crew Ingersoll at the plate. The count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. And that pitch misses up. Ball 4. So put a runner back on, a 2-out walk. So now Gavin Schoonover comes to the plate with a runner on first and 2 outs and swings through the first pitch, strike 1. Schoonover reached on an error last inning and then ground out to second. His only other plate appearance. As Schoonover, umpire says yes, he did. Strike 2. And now the 0-2. Schoonover able to hang on there, and count goes to ball and 2 strikes. On the season, Schoonover's got 16 RBIs and a couple extra base hits. And now the 1-2. Called strike 3. And that will do it for the top of the 5th inning. But American Fork plates 3 more runs and increased their lead to 6-1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching the Game 1 of the 2023 6A State Championship Baseball Series on KSLSports.com.
Okay. Yung ako din si Ahmed sa pagkakasito ka na biyalawa kung ginodala.
In UCCU ballpark. Dusty Litster with you. Game 1 of the 6A series. Is Isaac Johansson leading things off for Skyridge. It had been all Cavemen. We mentioned Skyridge took the season series. They swept it 3 games to none. But one of those games they were all close, so one of them was extra innings. So didn't just come in here thinking that it'd be a blowout, as that 0-1 hit well to first, stabbed at first base by Dax Watts, and Johansson retired for the first out of the inning. And then also, like I said, and I don't want to belabor it because baseball's a different deal. One guy doesn't get to dominate the game by choice, right? It's not by coach's choice or by design, saying, hey, we're going to set him up and he gets to do whatever he wants to do in Ike Pickle. Because one of the beautiful things of baseball is that your best player only gets to come up when it's his turn to come up. You don't get to set up a situation, say, no, well, we want our best guy to get the ball or the best guy to get in the box or anything else. And so, but with Pickle out, it's a little different into your lineup. But American Fork just jumped on this game early in the first inning. And they have not let go. Been a good pitching performance from Jet Walker thus far as well. This ball chopped to short by Ball. The throw over in time from Cooper Jones. And there's 2 outs. And that'll bring up Ty Evans. That pitch is there for called strike. And the 0-1 foul back to the screen. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And that one misses up and out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now the 1-2 tied him up. Fouls it off. We'll stay right here. Ball and 2 strikes to Ty Evans, who walked in the first and singled last inning through the right side. And the 1-2 lifted into center field. Murdoch is there. Comes in and handles it easily for the 3rd out of the inning. As Jet Walker continues to really work around hits and all kinds of stuff. Been impressive. We go to the top of the 6th inning. American Fork leading 6-1. We'll be right back. 9-1-2 due up for Coach Ingersoll's Cavemen, leading 6-1. Our scoreboard right. Apologize that I was wrong. Davin Pace leading things off. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to short, or probably ground out to third, and then ground out to first. As that one misses 2 balls and no strikes to Pace. Top of the order coming up behind him, Mascaro and Robinson. And now the 2-0. A little soft liner to second base, handled easily by Evans. And Pace retired for the 1st out of the inning. So top of the order we go. C.J. Mascaro. It's Ryder Robinson on deck. And that one wide of the plate. On the day, Mascaro walked and scored in the first, went down, or walked in the second, went down on strikes back in the 4th. And swings through that one to count even at a ball and a strike. Ball now to 97 pitches. And that one finds his own. Ball and 2 strikes. And pitch number 100. And Robinson fouls that one out of play. Allowed to go 110. He can finish a hitter. If he's at 109 or 108, if he crosses 110 in the middle of an at-bat, he'll be able to finish that at-bat, and it'll be done. And now the 1-2. That one misses up, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Called strike 3. And Mascaro retired for the 2nd out of the inning. And that brings up Ryder Robinson, the designated hitter. And the breaking piece finds his own. Robinson walked and scored in the first. Grounded out to first in his 2nd at bat. Last inning, he singled and scored. This ball hit in the left field. It'll be handled easily by Young for the 3rd out of the inning. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ball, whose day's probably over. 103 pitches for Ball. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it is all Cavemen. Skyridge coming to the plate. Bottom of the 6th inning. And the Skyridge offense has got to get moving. Trailing 6-1 here in game 1. And looking at ball 1 is Gavin Bauer. As Bauer tips that one into the glove. Ball and a strike. And now the 1-1. In there for called strike 2. And the 1-2 misses wide. The count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chet Walker's done a nice job. As mentioned, 7 hits for Skyridge, only 1 run. Done a good job at dealing with the traffic. As Pace up with it and over to first in time for the first out of the inning. And that brings up Camden Stafford, the first baseman. He's yet to reach today, as that's in there for strike 1. And the thing to remember, and they always talk about it, shared this earlier, baseball is one of those games, it flips. You come back tomorrow, and this game plays totally differently as Stafford flips that one into left center field. I mean, just as easy to look at tomorrow, this game is 6-1 in the same situation for Skyridge. Just the way that baseball goes. That's why it's a series, and why I really enjoy the changes to the tournament format. Play regional, super regional, bracket play, double elimination, and then the best of 3 for the state championship. I very much appreciate it. Got to win twice to get a title. As that's in there for a called strike. In the old format, I mean, if you were the one-loss team, everything was stacked against you in that final day. In some situations, if it was rain delays or anything else, I remember Carbon our senior year, get to the state championship day. We had to win in the morning to get to the after, and then to get to the championship, you had to win 2 more games. I had to play 3 games in a day, and that's just crazy. I remember Dixie had to do that at Lindquist Field, Ty Monomoliuna, and that really good Dixie team that had to come back and beat Judge, beat him 3 times. Or sorry, I had to beat him twice. They had to win 3 games that day. That's just a tall task. Much more prefer the current situation, the current format. Snap down to first. And the other thing you'll learn about formats is that you're never going to please everybody. Never going to bat 1,000 in life or in baseball. So not everyone's going to love it, but I much prefer it. But at the plate is Mason Thompson. Mason is 2 for 2 today from the plate. Fouls that one back. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, then a runner on first base. And the 2-2 from Walker off the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch from Walker lifted well into left field. Going back is Ingersoll, and it's gone! When it first left his bat, I was like, well, that's high enough. Didn't know if it'd get long enough. Put it on the berm in left field, and it's a 2-run shot. And the deficit is cut in half. It's 6-3 on the 2-run bomb from a designated hitter. Mason Thompson. And if those fans who've been watching our 5A coverage this week, they're going to say Dusty can finally stop saying he hasn't seen a home run this week. First home run I've had all week long. Oh, that ball goes off the glove of Jet Walker and over to first. Not in time. Chase Youngberg gets a fortuitous bounce and gets on base. And now the Skyridge offense is alive as there's a runner on first with one out. And to the top of the order, we go for Skyridge. Now, we've had, in the 5A tournament, we've had no home runs, but we've had 27, I believe it's 27, 26 or 27 hit batsmen this week, combined in the whole tournament. So top of the order, and Dalton Young at the plate. And Dalton looks at ball one. And just think about baseball. Just keep putting the ball in play. Things will happen. But the two-run homer from Mason Thompson breathing some life into the Skyridge faithful. As well with timeout. A chance to talk things over with the pitcher, Jet Walker. Gives me a chance to remind you, it's Mission Call open season. Got missionaries getting ready to go out into the mission field this summer. Go outfit your missionary at Modern Missionary. And here's the best part about Modern Missionary. Not only is it great products and a number of selections of different shirts and ties and everything else that they need, but you can try it before they buy it. Before you buy it for your missionary. Get a free shirt and tie for them to try before they buy them. Just go register your missionary at modernmissionary.com or go to one of their locations and go register them. And you're going to be able to let them try out a shirt and tie before they buy it, see how they like it. Because they're going to be wearing it for the next 2 years. They might as well get a chance to make sure it's what they want. Okay, go to modernmissionary.com, go register your missionary, or go one of the locations. And do me a favor, let them know the Rewind sent you. 1 ball and 1 strike, or probably 1 ball, no strikes to Dalton Young as that misses, and the count is 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1. And runners back to the bag safely. On the day for Dalton Young, ground out to third. He reached on a walk and flew out to center. That's in the first, second, and fourth innings. Come through here, 2-1. Fastball lifted on the infield. Watts into foul territory, makes a catch. And there are 2 outs. Nice job of Walker. We talked about it before. That's now the 10th. There's been 10 hits for Skyridge for the 3 runs, but Walker's done a nice job. He's given us some hits and things, but dealt with the traffic, dealt with high leverage situations, got out of them, pitched around them well. Continues to pitch to contact. He has 2 strikeouts on the day. That brings up Krushenk, as that's in there for a called strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike here to Shank. As he lines this one into right field, that's going to get down and move the runner to second base. So runners on first and second and 2 outs, and a game time run coming to the plate. That brings up Isaac Johansson. Johansson represents the game-tying run. And Johansson swung a good bat today. singled to right in the first, to left in the third. He did ground out to first base his last time up. Fastball down the line, foul. On the year, Johansson has 1 home run. He has a triple and 7 doubles. As that pitch misses up. He's credited with 13 RBIs. A 1 ball and 1 strike to Johansson. And now the 1-1. Goes the other way with it. Gonna bring the runner around third. And it will score a run. An RBI single for Johansson. And it is 6-4. Nice piece of hitting by Johansson. Was with the pitch. Said this all week long, little Wade Boggs style. Go with the pitch, go the other way. And now to bring up Tyler Ball. And he's the go-ahead run. Tyler Ball has had quite the year. Today's been quiet from the plate. He's also the starting pitcher for the Skyridge Falcons. He hits this one into left field. A 3-run bomb! Tyler Ball gives Skyridge their first lead of the ball game. And it's 7-6 Falcons. One swing of the bat changes one whole complexion of the game. Give that to Mason Thompson, who hit the 2-run homer earlier, or probably the 2-run homer earlier. And now it's Tyler Ball with his 43rd RBI of the year, his 11th home run of the season. Ty Evans now at the plate, trying to follow that up. And the 1-0 misses up and in, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And that's in there for called strike 1. Job of Walker come back, get that strike. Could even things up with another one here. The 2-1 misses upstairs, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Walker now at 103 pitches. And the 3-1 pitch misses up and in and put a man on. And they'll bring up Gavin Bauer, who led off the inning, and this might be the day here for Walker. What a day. How about this inning? 6 runs in the inning. It was 6-1 at the beginning of the bottom of the 6th inning. A 2-run homer from Mason Thompson. And then it was Isaac Johansson driving in a run. He drove in Chase Youngberg. And then it was Tyler Ball following up with a 3-run shot, giving the Falcons the 7-6 lead. We'll have a new pitcher. We'll mute and we'll be right back. And that ball lifted out of play at the plate is Gavin Bauer. Zinn is the, or pardon me, it is Pace coming in to throw. So Pace comes in from second base. And that pitch is in there for a called strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Bauer. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and a run around first base. And Pace has that one fouled away. On the day, Bauer walked in the first, reached on the infield single in the third, and ground out to second to begin this inning. He's a leadoff hitter from this season, this bottom of the 6th. And the 0-2 lifted in the shallow right field. And it's Walker coming over to make the play. But how about the bottom of the 6th inning? 6-run 6th, giving Skyridge a 1-run lead. American Fork looking to extend the game when we come back. We go to the top of the 7th inning. AF trying to extend this game here in Game 1 of the 6A Championship Series on KSLSports.com. Top of the 7th inning. And AF, who has led this game from the first inning, they scored 3 runs in the first. They scored 3 runs in the 5th. They trail for the first time 7-6 as Rojas flies out to center for out number 1. But they were comfortably ahead. And now they're trying to make sure they give themselves a shot for tomorrow. They'd have to win 2 tomorrow after this blowing a 5-run lead. As Dax Watts comes to the plate, and he's swinging a great bat today. Swings through strike 1. Johansson comes in to pitch. As ball goes through 6. It's Isaac Johansson on the mound as Watts going to fly out to first base as ball comes in to get it. They go through the 2 scariest bats in the lineup as far as long ball potential. And there are 2 away. And now Skyridge is 1 out away from being 1 game away from claiming their first baseball state championship. And Jones fouls that one off down the third baseline. Jones just a sophomore. I mean, he's through 8 games reported for him. He's at 22 plate appearance, or 22 at bats, 11 hits. 3 runs driven in, 2 doubles and a triple. He's been spectacular. He's been very good today. He's got 2 RBIs today. Dribbles this one to short. Up with it over to first, off the mark. And then some contact with the first baseman. And it's going to take a second for him, but he's going to be safe at first. That should be an infield single. No, they're going to go error, throwing error. Putting him on first base. So we're going to reach on the air. There'll be a runner aboard with 2 outs and a go-ahead run coming to the plate. And it brings up Jet Walker. Jet has 8 doubles on the season. He's driven in 20 runs. And that pitch is in there, called strike 1. On the day, Jet reached on a single his last time up in the 5th. Can extend this game. Well, extend the inning anyway. As he's the go-ahead run, game time run on first. Trying to keep Cooper close. So we have timeout on the field. They're going to pinch run. So coming into pinch run for AF, I thought it was number 3, Taysom Howard. Man, I feel old that someone is old enough to be named Taysom. Well, he can't be named after Taysom Hill. No way. He's going to be 10 years old. The only other Taysom I know or ever heard of is Taysom Howard on first base, coming into pinch run. So the 0-1 to Jet Walker, wide of the plate. Valiant effort there by the other Johansson of trying to frame that one. That was definitely off the plate. And the 1-1 fouled off. It's down to the final strike for the Cavemen. So come out, have a quick chat. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here for Jet Walker. And the 1-2 lifted out of play, and we'll do it again. Jet trying to extend the inning and the game. Just 3:05 down the left field line. The wind has certainly calmed down for what was the beginning of the game. So again, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here in game 1. And down goes Walker on strikes, drop 3rd strike. Over in time, and Skyridge is going to take game 1. 30 minutes ago, they were down 5 runs. They score 6 at the bottom of the 6th to take game 1, 7-6 from American Fork. We'll be back here tomorrow for game 2, and if necessary, game 3. Your Heinemann Associates players of the game. For American Fork, we're going to go 2 guys. This is pretty easy, or probably for Skyridge, we're going to go 2 guys. Pretty easy. Mason Thompson, who hit the 2-run homer, that kind of took the lid off the rim, if you will, this 2-run home run. And then Tyler Ball, who hits a 3-run homer. He was the pitcher of record. He was going down with the loss today, and he erases it with a 3-run homer, his 43rd RBI of the season. Absolutely awesome. Our Heinemann Associates players of the game. Again, our final score, Skyridge 7, American Fork 6, taking game 1. Game 2 will be right here at UCCU Ballpark. We'll be right here on KSLSports.com with it. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2023 6A Championship Baseball Series on KSLSports.com.